And welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to Apollo Racing Club F1 2020 Tier 1 action here tonight as we head to Canada. Sadly, it's only going to be virtual this year once again, but I'm Adam Thompson. Joining me in the broadcast booth is none other than Van, one of our Assetto Corsa mods. Hello, Van. How are you this evening?
Standings, so I'm excited to see who will come out on top.
I am excited as well, Van, and I know the viewers at home tonight are excited as well. And we'll be getting to the track very soon. We'll be starting qualifying very shortly. But let's head over to the standings presented by Grid Finder. Grid Finder approved. Head over to gridfinder.com today to start your next sim racing career. In first place right now is going to be Bagpy in the Williams. The Williams team currently dominating the team championship, followed by Rogue in the AlphaTauri with 48 points. Those two very, very close. Tonight could really change that. Terry in the Williams is in third place with 40 points, so 8 points behind Rogue. C. Josh, who is DNF'd 2 weeks ago in Monaco and was not here last week, he is sitting in fourth place with 25 points. What do you feel with the top four there, Van?
This is going to be a good race to either extend your lead or fall behind the pack for either of those top four, even top five of Chip Steele sitting at 24 points. So Chipsy could introduce himself into that top three battle. If he ends up winning or having a good race, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so we'll see who stands out on top between those five drivers.
And not only that, the Action, who has made a return, he is in the top 10 currently with 16 points, followed by the Astronaut with 15 points in that Alfa Romeo. JD sitting at 8th place with 14 points. Van, the fight for P6 right now, very tight.
It is. And again, like I said, it's going to be a race where you can either extend your points and get away from that pack or even just end up behind, because just behind the bottom 10, there's still quite a bit of people who could leapfrog all of those drivers. Kublai, I believe, won't be joining us anymore, so we'll see his name go lower after this race, unfortunately. But Mr. Hood, he's the fast one as well. Hopefully he can get a good result here. It's definitely been something we've been waiting for. He got pole position last week, so we'll see if he can pull in a similar result and get some points on the table for him and Mercedes.
Yes, the Mercedes crew right now looking for some points, definitely looking to win in the Constructors' Championship. But tonight it's another street circuit, Van, and these drivers are really going to have to be tough tonight in order to win. This is a 2.7-mile circuit with lots and lots of straights with just chicanes, kind of like a Monza type feeling, but with more of a street circuit type.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see who DNFs at the Wall of Champions, the famous corner, and also how many time penalties we're going to get in that same corner as well. It's going to be a very common thing to see people with high penalties tonight, and definitely invalidating their quality laps.
And make sure, I think, Kia, if you're here, if you could post a link, or if somebody could post a link, you could actually enjoy your viewing experience tonight with some telemetry provided by Kia. He has made a wonderful app for you guys to enjoy at home. You can see their fuel usage, tire wear, there's quite a bit of things, and live timing at the same time. So that is quite nice. So huge shout out to Kia for doing that. So I can't remember the link. I think it's Apollo Racing or Apollo Racing Club.telemetry or something like that. But Van, as we get ready here, we got a couple more drivers we're just waiting on before we head into an 18-minute qualifying session. Any early on predictions?
Well, I predicted the UAE would take pole, but he's unfortunately not driving tonight. So looking at the list of drivers here, I think we're gonna see Josh or Rogue, one of those two in pole position tonight.
See, Josh, a very fast man. He is in the Red Bull Racing Formula One vehicle. I'm very excited to see what he can bring tonight after missing last week. I just want to give a shout out to all our people watching both on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I'm very excited. I'm Adam, joined with the one and only Van. Van, before we begin, let's talk about some of the other racing leagues happening this week. Tomorrow night, Tier 2, which you're racing in at Canada. What is your expectation tomorrow night?
I'm going to get pole, fastest lap, and win.
Well, you bet you're actually you've been top of the charts. I remember in Zandvoort, I was on an outlap and I was keeping pace with you. I was like, oh, maybe I'll be able to race like Van this year. And then you did a hot lap and you were pole by like 2 seconds, and I was just like, bruh, what are you doing? And so it's good to see you being succeeding in Tier 2 this season, Van.
Yeah, and also I just saw Niall joining in as a reserve for Haas. He's going to be replacing Kublai, and also we'll see who is the new driver for Haas next week. So that's going to be exciting.
So Kublai is out. Well, that is sad. No more Kublai.
Yep, we wish him luck in his adventures in life. Yes,
we wish him luck indeed. But we got a few more minutes here. We got 15 drivers in. C. Josh Bagg, TAC XL. He is in the Alfa Romeo. Madman GTR. Pizza Parker, SoCloud Blazer, Mr. Hood, Terry, JD, Chipsy, Ruda, Rogue, Sahil, Elegance, Nile, and I was about to say you, Van, but I just was like, wait a minute. I forget it shows spectators, but it looks like we're ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so anybody could really win it tonight. Wouldn't surprise me to see two stoppers, especially for guys who try and qualify on the softs.
Yeah, if you see anyone on the softs, they'll definitely be heading for a 2-stop. I do think we might see some people try a medium hard, depending on where they land in quali.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, finally live, at the Canadian Grand Prix, the virtual Canadian Grand Prix, I should really say, because for a second year in a row, Canada not on the calendar, being replaced with Turkey this year. Definitely one of, I say, a really good track to replace it with.
I agree. Though I will miss Canada. And it looks like, an overcast quali. I wonder what the weather report might be.
Looks like it's going to be completely dry through the entire qualification. It's just going to be cloudy. As now everybody else loading in here at Canada, it is time. A lot of tight turns, though. Like I said, it kind of has that Monza type feeling, but on a straight circuit. Is that how you feel, Van? How do you really analyze this circuit?
Fast flowing, fun. I don't know. I like the track a lot. I think it's both challenging and needs to drive, and a blast to drive. A blast to watch as well. I think we'll see some very interesting overtakes all over the place.
Well, see, Josh. Go ahead.
Canada just never fails to disappoint.
Well, see, Josh is the first man out of the pits in the Red Bull Racing car. Let's see what kind of numbers he's going to be putting up here, because this is where, last week, not here, 2 weeks ago, DNF'd, he crashed. So now it is maybe a time, because this is it is a street circuit still, but it's a little bit faster than Monaco
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
So here we go. The DRS. He's in that first DRS zone on the back straight. This is you gotta have a hard braking zone into the chicane. Nicely done there from C. Josh as we ride on board with him, and I'll take him off as he comes down. This is a huge hairpin turn. This is a huge overtaking opportunity, I would say, Van.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be making most of their mistakes coming into the hairpin, so we're going to definitely see people attempt moves on there as Josh coming into the Wall of Champions corner, famously, where we'll see a lot of people DNF or invalidate. And looking at that, I think he might have just done that.
Yeah,
Let's
he
see.
actually. Yep, he did. He invalidated already, and he's turned his fuel back down to mix 1 because he's like, you know what? I'll give this another try. So Elegance is the next. Actually, he's on a outlap.
Magpie was the next one, but he also invalidated. But Thierry, he has not invalidated that corner yet, so he's the first one to set a lap. Let's see what he can do.
And here we go once again. Terry through sector 1 right now. He hasn't put up a time as he is actually almost to the end of it. He's very quick through here. He puts up a 19.4. That is the fastest sector 1 currently. That is good news for him. So he's going to be flying through here, trying just to put this Williams on pole, which is hard to believe.
Will his teammate give him a slipstream? That's the real question.
Oh, his teammate actually probably will, as he is in that DRS zone, in that detection zone. Now coming across the line, gets that DRS, and yep, look at that teamwork from the both of them. Oh, that must be nice, that must be real nice.
Well, let's see what time he pulls.
A 108.9, and that was with a DRS. So Terry putting it on provisional pole. Elegance putting up a 109.8. So almost a full second, Van. Pizza Parker with a 109.4. Now there's some yellow flags out. Let's see who else. SoCal Blazer puts up a 110.0. Ruda's going to be coming across the line here very soon. He has a very slow sector 1. And he is invalidated, though. Let's see. Niall is out there right now. Let's head over to him as he is flying. He has not invalidated through the chicane, so he is going to be happy about that as he comes through this very tight hairpin into a nice left and right. I would say, would you call that a chicane or just more of an S curve?
S turn. For sure. But interesting thought about Niall. It's his first race in F1 in quite a bit, so we're going to see if he's actually up to the challenge with no practice. He is pretty quick in ACC, and he does seem to find his way up the field, so I'm going to keep my eye on him during the race for sure.
He put up a 22.5 in Sector 2, so he's a little bit off the pace still. He's about a second off the current pace, but he's going through the chicane, and he invalidates right before the line. And that is going to hurt his race, hurt his qualifying. Let's see, Niall. Oh, man, now everybody's...
Okay,
Mr.
we
Hood.
have someone doing donuts for some reason, and... the hairpin.
Well, right now, Mr. Hood.
Oh, wait, they're leaving the session instead.
Oh, they need to switch it.
Oh, yeah. I see it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, give us 1 second, guys. We have to switch a setting because one of our members actually needs a certain setting that I need to set. So, and it was overcast for quality light, cloud to overcast. Okay. The joys of live virtual racing. I have to reset everything because every time, for some reason, I have set the our race settings that we use here at Apollo Racing Club and save those, but then they just don't like to save.
We still live?
Yes, we are. We are still live.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize, but that's going to wipe off Bag P's time. So that very quick 108.9 off the boards, which is good. Okay, here we go. I think we're almost there. I just have to switch the track, and we're going to be on our way to Canada. So, Van, real quick, as we saw qualifying there, we saw Bagpee and Terry obviously help each other out. Bagpee getting a massive pole position with that 108.9. That's quite impressive.
It is, and I think he can reclaim pole position again, probably even go even faster for sure as track grip improves. So we'll just have to wait and see. We got the action coming in now, so he'll be filling in that Ferrari.
Safety car should be on. I'm looking through here. Yep. Okay, we should be good. So, well, Bagpee definitely was very fast. So, so looking at the standings, one more time tonight is definitely a night. Looking at the top. So Rogue needs to have a good qualifying. He's done pretty well the past couple of weeks, I would say. Wouldn't you agree, Van?
Yes and no. You know, Rogue flip-flops with team getting pole position and starting dead last, so it's really a coin flip on which Rogue we're going to get tonight.
Terry in the Williams, he's sitting in P3. He would love to pick up some points. Hopefully, and he's probably praying that Rogue maybe doesn't get points tonight.
For sure. He'll work with his teammate probably again to try to secure the 1-2 for Williams, and we'll have to see what Joss and Rogue and Chipsy can do to disrupt that. So hopefully, yep, it looks like we're getting started once again.
And here we go. Back once again.
And wow, it's much darker than last time.
That is just
But
generated. That is something I really cannot control on my end. I was just told to put it as overcast.
the drivers can handle it.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's Canada. So who are we gonna see out? Are we gonna see out first? Are we gonna see C. Josh again? Get that open air, or maybe wait for his teammate?
His teammate won't be coming tonight, so.
Oh, that's right.
You can see him. He's setting the medium tire once again, so he'll have another chance of setting a quali lap on the mediums. I think his plan is just to use his raw pace to start in the top 10 on those mediums and then do a one stop. But we'll see as it evolves. It looks like Williams is going out first. It's one of it's Bagpee. So let's see if he can reset his previous quali time. Maybe even go a little bit faster.
Well, you have to thank the DRS slipstream effect that he got from his teammate in his last timeout. So, and maybe this is a coordinated effort, but I don't know. I just see another Williams coming out of the pits right now, so I don't think they're coordinating whatsoever. Terms of slipstream, but he is slowing down a bit through the straight.
He let Seajoss pass, so.
Oh, and the medium tire. So I kind of agree with this move, though.
Oh, it's Seajoss he's letting now Bagpee pass. He's saying, nope, you can have that.
As we are just waiting for C. Josh now to come across the line for the first time tonight for his first out lap or hot lap. For some reason, I'm trying to switch cameras and it's not allowing me to right now. So this is fun. Give me 1 second here.
Sometimes the game just doesn't want you to switch cameras.
There we go. Got it working again. Just had to tweak it real quick, but now we're seeing C. Josh on that medium tire. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do, especially with Bagpee in front of him.
Ooh, almost slipped over there. Coming out a little chicane. Let's see how he comes into the hairpin.
He looked good through the hair. Bagpee looked real nice through the hairpin as he's approaching the next DRS zone. Comes into the final chicane, and he's going to be coming across the line to do. How fast does he go? He puts up a 108.6. He goes even faster.
Seajoss doing the same thing he did last session where he invalidated the World Champions.
Sahil right now on a hot lap on the soft tires. He is looking pretty fast through here tonight in that Haas. How do you feel about Sahil's performances so far?
Well, he did get into a little bit of trouble in Monaco, so we're going to have to see if he can keep it clean this time around. I unfortunately didn't see what happened in Baku, but Sahil definitely has the pace to challenge for top points here, so let's see what he can do, especially as a pad user. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He'll be getting a new teammate next week, so hopefully he's excited about that as well.
Some
as
yellow
he
flags
comes into the wall of champions.
makes it through there, doesn't invalidate. That is going to be a big spot for a lot of guys to invalidate their laps here. And he goes third fastest with a 109.3. And I should mention Terry went second fastest with a 109.1. SoCal Blazer with a 109.7 in the action with a 109.9. Let's see who else is out there. Niall is out there. He is on an invalid lap.
Rogue is about to finish one.
Here we go. Let's see what he puts up here. He is looking for a fast time. He doesn't invalidate either, and he goes across the line for a 113.1.
That's definitely not ideal.
Wah. I should have looked over at my timing screen and went, oh, he is definitely on a slow lap. But let's head over to Mr. Hood right now. See how he is doing right now. He put up a 19.4 in Sector 1. So he's...
invalidated.
Let's go to JD.
About to cross the line. JD for 110.3.
Okay, there we go. Sahil right now looking to be putting on... Oh, he's coming into the pits. Let's see here.
Elegance, I think, is the only one right now actually doing a hot lap. And that racing point.
Let's see, where is he at? He just put up a 21.7 in Sector 2. And he's looking real fast through here. Has that DRS open. And what makes this track challenging, Van, would you say?
Track limits for sure. As we see Elegance cutting the wall champions, that turn is just very difficult to hit right, especially consistently. And there's a whole bunch of other turns that have the same issue where you just take a little bit too much curb and you get an invalidation. So that's what I think makes this track very tough. It's just finding out how far you can really take the car out of the track.
Looking at Bagpee now. Oh, Ruda
Nope.
invalidated.
Attack, nope, same thing as well. I think who else? Everyone I'm looking at is invalidating.
Well, here we go. Bagpee is going to start his hot lap now. His second hot lap. Can he put up a faster time? That is the real question. He is on the soft tire. If you're in the top 10, do you go soft hards and pray to God you can get to the end? Or
No. You have to do it too soft if you're doing the softs. They're not going to last you that far at all.
Bagpee was now a 10th under his fastest time. And guess who's in front of him? It's going to be his teammate who's going to give him that DRS. And Terry's going to make a huge cut there. Maybe the gain a little bit space so that way no lockups happen.
He's going to give him that slipstream, and he's going to let Bagpee go even faster. No one else has breached the 108s yet in this session. So here he goes, Terry letting his teammate by with enough speed, and then it'll be Terry's turn for that slipstream as well. And actually, Sejoss.
He goes pole position with a 108.4. Here comes Bagpee coming across the line. Does he go faster? No, he does not. He puts up, what was his time? That was a 109.7, so even slower. And Josh now taking provisional pole. Van, it's getting spicy.
Yeah, look at TAC XO coming into a solid third position. Terry, he actually also invalidated, so he won't be able to do a lap this yet. But look at TAC, though. Sitting up in third. That's what you want to see for Alfa Romero as well. I think, is there anyone else in laps? I think Chipsy is one who just started. Rogue?
Chipsy? Yeah, no,
Both of them,
Chipsy.
actually.
Yeah, Chipsy's invalidated.
Rogue, yeah, he's definitely on one, though. Let's see. He'll definitely improve on that 113 for sure, but can he push himself?
He's 5/10 up in Sector 1.
There it is.
Oh, there's the invalidation. Ay.
That's going to be the story of this race. Invalidations and penalties all around. So an interesting fact is the Action was the only one in Monaco not to get a penalty. So can he pull that same feat tonight?
Good question, Van, and you're absolutely correct. Now we're seeing Sahil right now. He's in the pits, and it says he has medium tires on?
Sahil? Yeah, Sahil's coming out.
He's coming out on mediums.
Not a bad idea. If he can improve just a little bit so he can sit in the top half or more than top half of the field, that'll be a good starting point for him on those mediums to do a one-stopper.
And now Rogue, he's starting another hot lap. Is there anybody else on a hot lap right now? Is Pizza Parker somewhere? Nope, he's on an invalid lap.
Elegance is on one. He just started one.
Well, looks like we just have a bunch of people who have started one. Terry's on an actually, no, he's on a hot lap. He's coming through the back straight now, approaching the final chicane. He's absolutely flying through here. He doesn't have that slipstream like he gave his teammates, so he's definitely going to be pushing for this one. Can he go any quicker now? He puts up a faster sector 2. He goes provisional pole with a 1:08.1.
That's a solid lap right there by Terry. And Bag V and Joss have time to respond as well. Tack looking to maybe put on the mediums as well.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go out to, Madman GTR. He is on a hot lap in that McLaren. We haven't talked about him tonight as he approaches the final chicane. He has to make it through here. He does cleanly. He doesn't invalidate. He crosses the line. Where does he put it up? He puts it up with a 1:10.107.
Just went a tad bit faster than his previous lap. Not enough, though. Is there anyone else we can see? Who is this?
Sahil is on an invalid lap.
And Ruda spins out of the hairpin. He was on an invalid lap, though, so he's good.
Elegance going pretty slowly in that racing point. So, I don't know. So, look at Rogue. Rogue is in the pits now. Thank God. He had 5 laps on those softs, and he hasn't put up a time yet. All right, let's see here.
Seeing a lot of people going to the pits right now. Like 4 people in a row. All going into the pits.
Big P is on a hot lap.
Gypsy's on a hot lap. He's in starting sector 2.
Let's head over to him. We haven't seen him put up a valid time yet at all, as he is flying through the back stretch. Here hits the next chicane, that middle chicane. He is one of the only cars out there, as now he comes approaching the hairpin, and this is a heavy braking zone, nice and easy. Says thank you very much, and he speeds off.
Yeah, that was an excellent turn by Gypsy at the hairpin here. Let's see if he can push himself into the top 5 grid slot here. Comes to the wall champions turn, and he won't invalidate it. Good exit by him. Let's see what time he pulls here. He's going to pull a 1:09.1, and that puts him directly in 5th, right behind Tac Exo, who's coming out of the pits himself to do a medium lap.
Well, he will be smiling about that one. What a lap from him, especially the fact that that was his first actual valid lap in the session. So let's head over to the action now in the Ferrari, who will be coming across very, very soon. He's coming down what I would say basically is a long straight with a chicane in the middle. He hits that final chicane. Oh, he's actually going into the pits. What are you doing to me?
Pizza Parker's one who has not done a lap yet, and he's on a hot lap coming into sector 2 here. Let's see what Pizza Parker can do. Ruda on the out lap as well, and we're still waiting for a lap by Niall.
Well, time's a ticking if you want to get a lap in. So Terry, C. Josh, and Bagpee, if they want to get hot lap done, they got to go pretty much at the 3-minute mark to give them enough time to have a shootout here. Pizza Parker now coming down the final straight here. Gets a nice break through the chicane. Does not invalidate. He's going to get the DRS, and he's going to go very quickly through here. He put up a 19.3 through Sector 1 at 21.9, and it's a very good lap indeed. It's a 109.6. He goes 9th fastest. He'll be lining up with his teammate.
Yeah, it's a very close quali from what we can see. And I'm looking at, it looks like a lot of people are going to take their bets on the mediums here. Rogue is one who's coming into the final turn here as himself on those mediums. Can he push himself into the top 10 coming into the Wall of Champions turn? He does not invalidate this time. Opens his DRS. Can he put himself in the top 10? He will! And wow, that's an excellent lap in the mediums by Rogue into a 109.1. Wow, yeah. Ruda puts himself in the third for AlphaTauri as well, so that's a good few laps by those two.
Well, here we go. That's going to get the attention of Bagby. He's coming out. I see Terry is coming out as well. Is that going to give the go-ahead for C-Josh? C-Josh, you got to go, buddy, if you want some time on the clock. Is he going to go out? That's the real question. He's still staying in the pits. Maybe he thinks P2 is fine. And Ruda, he's actually on a hot lap. He has 0, it says he has 0 laps on that, but he's on fuel mix 1. Terry still, C-Josh in the pit still. TAC XO currently on the medium tire. He needs to find a little more pace in that tire in order to start on it for the race.
Oh, and he validates. And he hits the wall. Oh. I think he just has to put that ERS in 0 and hopefully he has enough fuel for another lap.
All right, well, C-Josh is coming out of the pits now. He is going to be the last man to cross the line, he says.
Yeah, you got to remember there's also that little delay, right? In the time. Niall, though, I don't think he wants to set a lap. That's sad. I think Niall can qualify top 10 for sure. All right, who's on some laps here? Let's see.
Madman GTR's on a lap. The Action's on a lap.
Chipsy on the medium doing a hot lap. Trying to improve his time, trying to get the same advantage Rogue is sitting on at the moment on those mediums. Wonder if he can do it.
He put up a 19.3, so he did improve in Sector 1. So and he knows that, so he'll be happy about that as now he's flying through the backstretch here. And this is... Go ahead.
This is looking really good for Chipsy if he can keep up even that little tiny bit of time you can find just so he can start on the mediums. This is looking real good for him and Rogue.
No improvement in Sector 2, but that's okay because he still had the improvement in Sector 1. As he comes through the final sector, he is absolutely flying through here with that DRS open. He crosses the line with a 109.2, and he does improve. Does he improve?
He doesn't. He lost all that time somewhere.
He lost it in Sector 2, I think. Actually, it was...
Yeah.
Yep, Sector 2 is where he definitely lost some of that time, so...
He won't be happy about that, as looks like I think everyone is going to finish their quali laps here. And oh my god, Pizza Parker crashes directly into Madman, but that puts Madman in front of the grid, and that may have caused Elegance to lose some time, maybe. Weird decision making by Pizza Parker there, just to slam into someone and put him into the middle of the track.
Oh, here we go. See Josh now. He is flying through here. He put up a 19.0 in Sector 1. He's trying to find maybe an extra bit of time in Sector 2. He's currently P3. And he's flying down to the hairpin. He was a little bit off in Sector 2. He put up a 21.4, and he was a couple of hundredths off his pace, but he's got to find it through here in the final sector. He's in P3. He's got to find it now. Does he get there?
Oh, he didn't
Oh, no. And he's going to be so upset with himself. But here comes Terry. He's into the pits. But Bagpee, he is into the pits
Also in
as
the
well.
pits. That puts Terry as the pole sitter for tonight's race. Bagpee sitting on that front row with him. It's a Williams 1-2, and they're going to be trying to keep that same pace in the race. Let's see what happens. Can Sejoss come back from third to win the race? Can Ruda do a good job? Can Tack looking really good in that fifth position, climb up some positions? Shipsy as well. Rogue, he's the only one to qualify in the top 10 on the medium, so he has a very good tire strategy advantage there. He could one stop if he wants to. So we'll see what happens with Rogue. And yeah, Niall, no time, but I bet he'll find his way into the top 10.
I apologize about that. I had to sneeze there, and I grabbed a drink as well at the same time. So, but we are here, ladies and gentlemen. It is race day. Well, it's race time, I should say. So Rogue, as Van said, he's starting on that medium tire, so a huge advantage for him in this race. And Van, this is when I could see some elbows getting thrown here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, lap one going to be very crucial. I think we're going to see early safety car, perhaps by the end of lap 2, somewhere around that threshold. So 30 seconds until we start the formation lap. Let's see what tire compound the back 6 chose. Okay. So here we go. 10 seconds until the session begins. Hopefully everyone has their strategy in order. And here we go. Formation lap about to start now. Thierry and Bagpee leading the way. It's going to be up to Sejoss and everyone else behind them to steal that 1 and 2 spot from the Williams here, who have been pretty much dominating Tier 1 currently. Sejoss won the first race, looking to grab another win. Tack, hoping for good points here. Hopefully he doesn't get into any incidents and he can have a clean race. If he does, I can see him possibly even finishing on the podium. But all eyes on Rogue here. He's started in 7th with the mediums. What will he do with his tire strategy? Will he 1 stop? Will he 2 stop? No one's starting on the hards in the bottom 6 here. We have a couple people on the mediums, so they'll be attempting to likely 1 stop alongside Rogue.
And
Mr. Hood. Oh, yep.
Yeah, Mr. Hood on the soft tire, so he's actually looking to gain some position. He's probably thinking, maybe the 2-stop might work tonight. And really, that's what this season's been about. It seems like everybody's starting to strategize a little bit more. It seems like the field's gotten a little bit more competitive, wouldn't you say?
It definitely has. The threshold for getting points is definitely much harder than it used to be. And I think Mr. Hood, is this soft strategy going to pay off? We're gonna see. He has to really book it though from the get-go and gain as many positions as possible. If he's stuck behind those medium runners or even the slower drivers in front of him, he's not going to have a good time. But here we go. 35 laps of Canada coming right up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Apollo Racing Club Canadian Grand Prix. 5 lights on, 5 lights off, and away we go. Terry, he's going to be going pretty quick here off the line in P1 and defend his teammate with Bagpee. Sejoss tried to look on the inside and turn number 1 to Bagpee.
There's a
and now there's a huge clap. What is happening? There's a Renault off, and there's the AlphaTauri of Rogue down as well. That is huge for the championship battle, as now Rogue has fallen down to P15. Terry, huge start for him off the line, defending off Bagby, and Bagby defending off C-Josh in the turn one.
I'm not sure if you saw, but Chipsy had a terrible start. He did not move off the line right away, and he's putting himself right in front of his teammates. So very bad start by Chipsy. Rogue, I believe, got hit by Pizza Parker from the inside coming into that turn two. But yeah, it's a very eventful start so far. Chipsy looking at the action. Will he go for the outside move on the hairpin? Maybe the inside. He's going to go on the inside here, and he's going to go side by side. He's going to have better grip, and he will get in front of the action.
He gets the move done, and he's using that overtake button pretty aggressively now as he approaches the final straight. And here we go, lap number 2 here. Terry putting up a 1 is now with the fastest lap time, but Chipsy now up into P9, and that is
pitted.
Yeah, that was a huge accident right at the start. Niall, I think, was affected by that. Obviously, Pizza Parker losing his front wing. Rogue he's going to keep going. It looks like with very little damage. Let's take a look here at his damage. No, he actually got nothing. He just got spun there. So.
Yeah, but definitely could have been worse for him. So, Rogue, he can definitely put his head down and reclaim all those positions here. Not much action, though. Everyone seems to be fairly spreading out now, only coming into lap 2.
Well, now we're seeing C-Josh. He is in P3, but Ruda, he has really kept the pace here with C-Josh. He is in P4. He's only 6/10 down. So when DRS comes on here shortly, he'll be in that DRS. That's going to be good for him. Hopefully, C-Josh continues to keep that pace. It would be nice to see 4 cars having DRS as we start lap number 3. The top 4 only separated by a couple of seconds, about 3.5 seconds, I would say.
Around that, yeah. Even Elegance kind of creeping himself into that little fight there. So everyone's taking it really clean, though. Much cleaner than I thought.
Well, C-Josh, he is now with down a second to Bagby, but now he finds the time through that chicane. Now the DRS coming alive, and this is when real racing is gonna start happening, ladies and gentlemen. The DRS is on. Terry is the only person without it in this pack of cars. Tack was able to get it as well, but Ruda just is way too quick in this AlphaTauri this week.
Yeah, we're doing a good job to make sure that Tack cannot get that DRS, and that's going to affect Tack. It's Elegance has DRS on him.
Mr. Hood making the overtake onto onto the action. So he is going to move up into P10. So the Mercedes, they not the greatest start for them this race, but they're trying to make up those positions.
Yep, and I think even Chipsy is eyeing to move on JD's inside here coming into turn 1, but he will back out of it for now. But he definitely has overtaken him coming up shortly.
Well, Ruda now has fallen a second behind C-Josh. C-Josh still within the DRS range of Bagby, and I wonder what he's going through his head right now. What is he thinking? He gets a little squabbly there through that chicane. That's going to cost him a little bit of time, but he's going to continue forward here. You saw that too, Van. He got that rear end kind of, I would say, was more of a Max Verstappen rear end.
And C-Josh now pulling away from Ruda. Ruda won't have DRS as well, so this top 3 drivers are about to pull off from the rest of the grid. Niall picks up a penalty. First one of the night on the hard tire. And Chipsy makes a move on JD finally on the straight. He'll claim 8th position, now has to find 2 seconds to catch the hill, as the hill picks up his own penalty as well.
Track limits was going to be a key issue. Obviously, the punishment for track limits, after enough times, you're going to get some penalties. So I would say a natural consequence in the game. But now C-Josh, he is very, very close to the rear end of Bagpee, and Bagpee is doing the same thing to Terry. So the race is on here for P1, Van. Seeing these three race here, it's kind of amazing to see the talent that we have here at Impala Racing Club.
Indeed, and that's going to be an interesting battle as they're coming into the hairpin. Coming a little bit slow from Terry and Bagpee there. Ruda, I think, no, he almost got DRS there.
He's very, very close once again to getting that DRS, but, you know, I think C. Josh is just waiting because one of the Williams has to pit at some point. Looking at tire wear of Terry right now, he has about 39% tire wear on the rear tire.
We should see pit stops in 2 to 4 laps for the soft runners for sure. And this battle just keeps on going. None of these drivers are making any mistakes.
And once again, like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, head over to telemetry.apolloracing.club and you can check out the telemetry, check out the tire wear of everybody, and enhance your viewing experience here tonight at Canada. Van, let's see who else we got fine. We got a lot of battles actually happening across the board. It seems like we got Elegance approaching TAC XO, TAC opting in on the soft tire.
Yeah, Ruda finally catching up, getting that DRS, but there's also another train behind the Mercedes. That's 5 cars trying to fight for 8th at the moment, but wow, there's so many fights going on. All of it really clean at the moment. Everyone just kind of following the DRS train of each other.
And this is what you like to see. This is now turned into a 4-car battle for the win, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ruda, who didn't have the greatest season last season. Now looking to definitely win some races, even get on the podium. He just wants to.
And Bagpee, that was him hitting the wall, I think, or at least getting very loose, and that puts C-Joss in second.
Nice eyes there, Van.
Yeah, I just caught it briefly from Ruda's POV. That's going to switch how this battle is going to form now. Both Williams now have to strategize with each other. But that kind of puts Terry 1 second ahead. Yeah, look at that. DRS might finally be broken. And that's Bagpee. Go on.
We got 3 guys with DRS going into that. And now ML, here goes C. Josh into the pits. And he knows he's in undercut range. Where does he do here? He goes on the medium tire. So Rogue, he gets a 3-second penalty. Lots of guys getting 3-second penalties. And I don't know if you could help us figure out who did that there, Van.
Action apparently had a collision with Rogue. Or I think, I don't know, I didn't catch that. Oh, wait, we have a virtual safety car. So that kind of hurts C-Joss, I feel, because now the cars are going to bunch up a little bit for him. And he's in the middle between 2 medium runners, so...
And Rogue was involved in that, actually. That's why he was getting that penalty. I saw he's actually missing an end plate. So, and who was he tangled up with? The Action? Oh, Action. My... That explains a lot.
His whole front wing is just gone. And this is really bad for C-Joss because Rogue is tough to get by.
Somebody call Mick Schumacher's engineer right now. We got a front wing situation, boys. Ay.
Oh, and Rogue just picked up a driver for speeding under safety or virtual safety car. That's going to help C-Joss.
Well, that is going to be because we are back to green flag racing. Now, Terry and Bagpee, they're falling into the pits this early. And see, Josh, can he get across the line quick enough? He's coming down the straight onto the final chicane in that medium tire. Can he get there in time? This is absolutely huge. They double stacked here.
No, Bagpee is not pitted. That was real with him. Oh, but Thierry just gets in front of him. Same gap as before. Ruda losing out almost 2 seconds from that pit stop. Oh, and we're seeing Pizza Parker and SoCal kind of battling it into the turn 1 here. Some rough fighting between those two as SoCal claims 12th position.
SoCal looking to capitalize here. He's fallen back still a position. Qualified 11th here. Now the DRS coming alive for Pizza Parker. He'll be happy about that because this McLaren does not have that DRS, but it isn't enough at this time. But guess what? They're going to be coming across to another DRS zone. This is the unique part about this street circuit. 3 DRS zones and pretty fast DRS zones. I really can't imagine anybody disagreeing as Seajoss puts up the fastest lap time with a 111.6.
Yeah, and Bagby losing out a lot of that right there. Actually, no, that's not Bagby. Whoops, I was looking at Tack. I had a couple people on the soft still staying out. Hopefully they can come out in a good position.
Let's see here. Well, Bagby has actually fallen behind Seajosh. So Seajosh is going to be very happy about that because he was battling with these guys, but he now he has to keep this pace now because he's right at Terry's bumper. I mean, he is sniffing it pretty hard.
Terry is right coming up on Hood here. Hood, he's going to be looking to pit this lap, but maybe he might be forced to do another lap. Let's see. He's going to try. Yep, he'll get that. No, he's actually going out. Whoa. Okay, Mr. Hood. I guess he still is confident on those tires here.
Terry puts up the fastest lap with a 111.6.
Oh, and there's a spin of Bagby because Bagby tried getting past Terry, but Terry just said, no, that's not happening here. And now Bagby losing out on a bunch of time and positions.
Not good for Bagby at all here.
Sahil currently in the lead, but getting caught up by Terry and Hood and Seajoss. And Seajoss has to get past Sahil as quickly as possible, and actually Sahil almost bumps into the front wing of his.
Almost had a Kimi Räikkönen situation.
Oh, and they're still fighting.
Well, Seajosh will get the better of that one because Sahil's on 10-lap old and soft tires. Those tires.
But I don't think Seajosh is happy because look at that time that Terry was able to pull from that overtake.
Well,
that's gonna be tough to regard.
Well, Seajosh was able to get the DRS off of Sahil there on the last straight there, so that he'll be happy about that, I would say. Terry looking at a potential win here today, solidify his name in the standings. But Seajosh, he is definitely having a say in that matter tonight. It's kind of weird saying Williams. You might as well just say really Mercedes. Just dominating here at Canada.
Yeah, I mean, look at Hood. I think his plan here might be to move on to the hard tire in a couple laps, or maybe even this lap, and take those to the ends.
I could see that actually. His tires actually aren't that bad. Once again, head over to telemetry.apolloracing.club, and you can see the I would say the tire that's having the most problems, giving Hood the most problems right now, would be that the left rear tire. It's at 56%, and he's actually pitting right now. Let's see where he goes to.
The hard tire, yep, and he's going to try finishing the race on. He actually did not lose out on that many positions. I think he's going to lose out on maybe 4. That'll put him in 10th place. And everyone in
Yeah.
front of him has to pit again, other than Elegance, who also opted for the hard tire.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, he falls down the 10th. So he'll have to drive through some traffic, as he'll have JD in P9 right now with 5 laps on his medium tire. So those medium tires will go, I think, lock up there from C. Josh. He's actually closed the gap here to Terry.
Yeah, it's a really good feat by him, and see if he can overtake him eventually.
See Josh now getting the DRS, and this is absolutely awesome driving from C Josh tonight here, as Bagby, he picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits, and his race is just going from not good to worse now.
I think we're seeing Mr. Hood finally attempt an overtake on JD. Here he is going to go on the inside of JD into turn 1, and he gets past him. 5 seconds until he can hits the hill, or 6.
Nicely done there by Mr. Hood. He's doing a good job here.
Mercedes. Look at Chipsy. Chipsy looking for a move on Elegance. He's on the fresher compound, so I think Chipsy's going to wait until that big straight. He definitely has the pace. And actually, Chipsy picks up a penalty at that same time.
Well, he either has to push Elegance into a mistake or get past him and drive 3 seconds.
Let's see. Yep, I think he has the move here. DRS, easy move done by Chipsy. It's going to be quite a bit until he can reach tack, though.
Well, that is what you want to see from Chipsy, right there, folks. That is enjoyable to watch. Let's see how many positions people have done. Mr. Hood, he's gained 3 positions off his qualifying position. He's doing quite well this race, switching on that hard tire. See, Josh, right now qualified P3 and P2. He is gunning for the win, actually. And Ruda qualified P4. He's up into P3. Time penalties, though, that's the real question. That's
a lot of 6 seconds all over the grid right now.
Sahil with 6 seconds, JD with 6, Pizza Parker with 6, Ruda with 3, Bagp with 6, Tac XO with 3, Chipsy with 3, and Elegance with 3. So that is a little bit of an overview of penalties and positions that everybody has gained so far. Chipsy right now, 5-lap-old medium tires. He is he's looking quite good here at securing at least P6 with that time penalty, but it'll be interesting to see what his teammate Mr. Hood does as he is getting past JD and just trying to drive away. Now, let's go back to the battle for the lead here as C. Josh. He is getting closer and closer to Terry, and that he's getting to the point here where we're not even at the halfway point yet, sir, Van. And this has been great racing.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting second half of this race here. We have Sahil closing the gap on Elegance. He will definitely get past him. He's on the softer compound. We have action on the softs. Funny enough, I think he'll try to look for some moves if possible. Rogue, though, look at Rogue sitting in last, unfortunately. This is something he's not really used to, and I honestly can't see him climbing back up unless there's a safety car.
Which could very well happen. It's a 2-stop race usually. So, Che Gamers, if CJOS wins, he'll finally activate Windows. Myself, I don't see no activate Windows on my screen. Do you? That's all I got to say. Let's see here. Your Tac Exo right now. He's kind of having a lonely race right now.
I think that's what he wants. Stay away from everyone. This race your own race. I mean, how many time penalties does he have? He has 1 3-second penalty, so he's looking at a good spot right now. Bagby, I believe, has 6, so actually he's looking in for a 4th position finish at the moment. He just has to keep his pace clean and good. Gypsy's way too far behind, especially with his own penalties, to really challenge that. So Tac looking to have a really good race here.
And now the gap's even gotten smaller to the leads. See Josh and Terry fighting it out here. They're both on a 2-stopper tonight as we hit lap 18 of 35. Rogue now picking up another 3-second penalty. So, Rogue not having a great race. If he doesn't get points tonight, that's going to be huge for the championship.
Let's see, you can see Josh challenge Terry. Let's see what he can do. He has DRS. Around 5 more laps until these guys will pit again for their final pit stops on the next medium tire stint. And let's see, he's right behind Terry, actually. He's going to go on the inside for turn 1 here. And he's going to get the move done. No, he's not actually. Oh, and they collide. But luckily, no spins from either party there. That could have been a very dangerous situation for C. Joss to spin there.
Yeah, that could have been absolutely detrimental to C. Josh's race. But the fight is still on. What a race down in the turn 1 for both these guys. And you couldn't really ask for better racing here at Apollo Racing Club. Terry now. He is absolutely flying here in P1 Canada as just chicane after chicane. I can tell you the pace difference. It's currently about 3/10. C. Josh was 3/10 faster than Terry on that last lap, and that's, I would say, mainly thanks to that DRS that Terry does not have.
We're seeing Elegant and Sahil going side by side into the hairpin. Those 2 drivers fighting it out. Sahil, not good looks to be overtaken by someone on the hard compound, and he actually doesn't have DRS either, so still has some work to do there.
Well, I would imagine that hard tire really not really making a difference until, I would say, for another 5 laps. When
Bagby actually going on the outside of Sahil in a turn 1. Sahil just dropping positions right now. Just got to keep his head down. And Bagby immediately looking after.
Oh no!
He may have pushed the wall there.
Yeah, that might have been Bagp's fault there, as no damage to Bagp, but let's take a look at and that's going to allow Sahil through. Elegance now having some damage on the front of his car, and that is an M plate missing for him.
And Elegance going into the pits on that hard tire, so I think he's going to swap into mediums and pair his wing. Gaps are really all over the place right now. The only closest gap we have is board to race Wayne, Thierry, and Sejoss battling it out. Sejoss unable to get past Thierry at the moment. He had a chance to a couple laps ago of a questionable turn by maybe Thierry there.
DRS coming up again, coming active for Josh as he's getting ever so close and closer and closer, and he's going to go into the pits actually.
Yep, so going for the undercut once again. Let's see what happens. Ruda doing the same thing actually. So remember Ruda, we haven't talked about him much, but yeah, he's sitting in a pretty good position.
Let's see what Ruda puts on. He puts on another set of mediums.
And he might come out just behind Chipsy, both those drivers. No, actually, no, just Ruda. So Ruda will have to battle his way for a little bit of position here, just for a couple laps. Bagpee slowly catching up as well. And Mr. Hood up into 7th on those hards. He will not be pitting at all this race.
He is. I think he'll be happy about that, as now he is 9 seconds down to Bagpee, but 2 seconds ahead of JD. And he'll be able to find a little bit more pace, especially the fact that JD's on the medium tire. He'll be pitting probably this lap or next.
And but look at he's battling for top 10 now, trying to get past Elegance and Nile. And he actually just lets the hill by. Very interesting tactics. Elegance, though, looking to get by Nile. Nile sitting in 10th as a reserve. Elegance going on the inside here, and Nile gives just enough space, but now he'll be losing out on 2 positions, possibly even more, because everyone behind him is catching up right now. Thierry pits. That puts Tack in the first.
Well, here we go. See, Josh, he got
past him.
He got past him pretty quick, and so Terry is gonna have to pick up the pace here.
Now we get to see Thierry on the offensive for the first time this race. Bagpee, oh my god, Bagpee and Chipsy, they were off track for a bit, and Chipsy's actually spun around. I don't know what happened there. It looks like they went too wide into turn 3, and oh no, this is really sad to see. Chipsy, I believe, damaged his wing trying to spin his car around. I don't know exactly what happened. I just saw both cars side to side, one of them hitting the wall hard. That will be definitely something to rewatch later on.
Well, Terry now has picked up the pace. He is within DRS range of Josh now, and here we go. It is going to be a battle. Now, Josh, he comes to the final chicane, and this is the race we have been wanting now. This is going to be a 10-lap shootout, I feel like, man.
It sure is, and we'll see how Thierry does on the offensive side of things for once, and how Joss will be able to defend. Tack coming back out of the pits in 5th. Mr. Hood not too far off as well. Gypsy pitting, putting on a fresh set of mediums. He will, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to lose quite a bit of positions, unfortunately. And Thierry picks up a time penalty. That's going to be a major player into what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and check if Joss himself has any warnings. And Joss has 1 warning, so he has a little bit of leeway room to possibly be a little bit riskier on a corner here. And it looks like Thierry,
he's going to get past him quite easily as they go into the final chicane. But that's okay, because Josh just needs to stay within 3 seconds now.
That's a good idea by Josh, let him through, because he was keeping up good with the same pace as Thierry, possibly even going faster. So as it stands, Josh looking into a good position to win the race here. 1 warning onto his name currently. With 10 laps left, I can't see him getting a penalty at this point unless he ends up cutting a big part of the track.
Well, Josh, he's falling a little bit back, but he gets that DRS back open, which is his. That's going to be his best friend right now. is that DRS as Terry, he's switching back and forth between Rich and Low as much as he can. I don't know really how much fuel he has saved, but if he wants to get the 3-second gap, he's going to have to really push. But he is using that overtake button currently to really try and push this gap wide open, because he knows 3 seconds, that 3 is the magic number for him now. He has to get that gap. Not 1, not 2, but 3 or more. But see, Josh, he gets that DRS back open. That's going to be the savior, because he is falling a little bit behind here on this medium tire, on this second run here on this medium tire.
Yeah, he needs to really keep focused and not lose that DRS, which actually looks like kind of just did by a couple hundredths of a second. So just needs to keep it. He will get DRS this time. He passed the detection zone under a second, and they're actually going to catch up to a Nile, I believe.
Oh no!
See, Josh almost hitting to the wall. That's going to cost a couple of attempts.
Oh no, he smacked the wall. He didn't just oversteer there. He smacked that wall. His wing has some damage on it. He has 38% wing damage. Wow.
And we're seeing flip-flopping between Elegance and Hill still. That fight's going on here. Something to note, Bagby does have 11 seconds worth of time penalties that would put attack into 4th. Hood would not gain anything as it stands. Rogue picking up fastest lap, and Elegance and Sahil fighting real hard in the second DRS zone. Tapping wheels there. And oh no, Josh 2 seconds behind. This is not looking ideal. It's going to definitely hurt if he can't keep that gap within 3 seconds. And that's a sector 1. That's actually Bagby into the wall, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that is him. He's missing half his wing now. So the Williams struggling here with less than 10 laps to go here. If you're C, Josh, do you maybe pit here, get that wing fix, go on soft tires?
I'm not sure, because pitting would put him a couple positions behind, and that would just allow Thierry to keep up the gap. So he just needs to stay out, I think. Bagby hitting the wall again. That's going to put Hood into 5th. Hood, excellent comeback by him.
He's up to P6. Definitely a candidate for driver of the day this evening.
And there it is. The 3-second gap has been made by Thierry, and honestly, I can't see CJ winning it anymore, because it's just that damage, like you said, it's definitely costing them time. And honestly, this might put Ruda in contention for 2nd position, maybe. Ruda having a quiet but really good race. Same with Tack as well. Those 2 drivers, it's racing their own race here. And Mr. Hood gets past Bagby as Bagby pits, actually.
Yes, Bagby didn't have a half a wing there, so... As now Mr. Hood, 15-lap-old hard tires, and those hard tires are looking pretty good, I would say. 34% damage, 12% wear. So pretty good for him, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And I'm just trying to look for any battles right now. I think the Renaults are near each other, but I don't think they're really going to be battling that much.
Well, Elegance has lost a place to Sahil again.
Oh.
And go ahead.
Look, see Josh pitting onto that soft, so it looks like he's going to take your advice about pitting for the soft. Let's see what he can do. Maybe is he going to go
200 IQ play, I say here. Here's why. Here is why. He has 6 laps, which means the lifespan of those tires, he's going to get them at the peak. Terry's not going to get the lifespan out of these tires. Neither will Ruda or Tact.
But
and obviously,
for him to catch back up, not only to Tact, but then catch up to Ruda, and then himself has to catch up to Thierry. So
26 seconds. 26 seconds. Yeah, really 23.
Let's see what happens.
And let's see what happens indeed. I feel like this soft tire is going to really... Yes, Tack has a penalty. Ruda has a penalty. And Terry has a penalty.
Yep.
So,
Tack of 6 seconds.
let's see here. Tack with 6. Ruda with 3. Terry with 3. So C-Josh has to drive very clean through here. And he has to gain positions at the same time. So he has 8.
His own penalty. No.
No.
I think that's it. I think he might just be content with finishing.
No.
I can't see him going for that win unless Terry just smashes himself into the wall. He's going to pick up fastest lap, though, for sure.
Ay, 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 ay.
Real shame because he was pretty much on point to win the race, I think, if he never had lost that end plate.
Yep.
And that's a mistake due to his own, so that makes it just even worse.
I mean, when he smacked that wall, I mean, there will be producers out there that would make a sample out of that smack. It was a smack, all right. But look at C-Just now. He's made up so much time. He's now only 6 seconds to Tack XO currently. Let's see. Elegant still having a battle here with Sahil.
We have a Gypsy Bagpee and
in
action.
The action.
Oh, is this a dive? No. Okay. That's scary.
Yes, it is a dive. Yes, it is a dive. What is that?
Gypsy
okay. Yeah, Gypsy was kind of threw out some elbows there. He was like, no. If you're going to race me like that, go ahead.
Oh, so they had contact earlier in the race, so Chips definitely remembers that, and he picked up a penalty as well. That puts him with 6 seconds, same as Bagby though, so they'll be fighting directly for that position. If you're in action, what are you feeling right now? You see Gypsy and Bagby behind you. Bagby.
Yeah, that is definitely something you... I would say nightmares are made of. For sure. When it comes to F1 2020 racing here at Apollo Racing Club. Let's head back over the C-Josh. The gap now 5 seconds to Tack XO, and he is flying here with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, I think he'll get the podium, but I think he just knows that racing was out of the table at that point. So fastest lap and podium, not the worst you can ask for.
Nope, not the worst. Well, even if he's within 2 seconds, right, of Tact, he gets a. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna be able to catch up to Ruda, I think, with how much time is left. He will get the position from Tact though. But Ruda, good job by him as well, though. He was able to stay out of trouble and will be rewarded with a second place finish.
Well, guess what?
What?
Mr. Hood, currently 19 laps on those hard tires and no track penalties. So,
that's bad. That could put Ruda in the lead, perhaps, if Ruda can find somehow 2 seconds. Oh, no, wait, he also has a penalty. Ah, damn it. Dang it. I was going to say, that would be an excellent race for Ruda to win. Action, still defending his 8th position on Gypsy and Bagpee. 2 laps left. He can do it.
Yeah. He just has to hold on. Sahil picking up another penalty here at Canada.
I believe he has 15 seconds to Hill, so he might drop out on the top 10, perhaps.
Oh, no.
Oh, and Tack picks up a number 1. That definitely puts him out of the podium, unfortunately, for Tack, but 4th place, not the worst he could ask for again.
Well, yeah, it has to be under 2 seconds, does it not? Or under 3 seconds?
6 now with tacketing that penalty again.
Oh, yeah, that's not good for him. So, well, let's keep a look on the penalties here. Niall with 17 seconds, Pizza Parker with 12 seconds, JD with 14 seconds, Sahil with 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're all over the place today. Shout out to Madman and Mr. Hood for keeping it clean and on track. My driver today definitely has to be Mr. Hood, though.
Yep, Mr. Hood for me as well. I bet the game will say Mr. Hood. Getting no penalties. That's amazing. That's the kind of driving you like to see here at Apollo Racing Club. Sadly, he's not within anybody to gain any positions to really reward him. But, you know, a P5 for him, I would say he'll be happy about that.
For sure. And I think Elegance just knows that he can claim Sahil's 6th position after the race finish there. And Action, though, still doing a pretty good job to keep Chipsy and Bagby away. Bagby actually fell off to 3 seconds now. So he won't be getting that. And actually, that puts JD in contention for 10th position. Let's see. Yep, he does get past him. I wonder, though, about the penalties. Penalties. Yeah, 14 seconds. So.
Well, Bagby has wing damage once again. If you take he has, 31% on the left side.
I was lying about Elegance because he's actually going side by side with Sahil. He wants to get that position on track now, and he will get that on track. As we're into the final lap here in Tier 1 in Canada. Bagby claims another penalty.
Another?
Oh, wait. He is going off track. Does he not know that the race is not finished yet? What is going on here with Bagby? He must have thought the race is finished, but he was wrong. I don't know what that was by Bagby. Very questionable maneuvers.
Oh, because Terry just comes across the line, and he'll be our race winner. Ruda, yep. He crashes, but he'll come in P2. He'll get on the podium tonight. And now TAC XO, he'll be trying to race to the line against C-Josh. But C-Josh gets a podium because of penalties. TAC XO falling to 4th place. Mr. Hood coming across the back straight. I didn't even realize we were on the final lap. Where people were coming across the line so quickly. And here comes Mr. Hood, our driver of the day in P5. Yep. Elegance now, he's having a battle with Sahil to the line. He knows this P6 is his, but he'll be happy the race to the line with Sahil, who falls down to P7. Gypsy coming across the line with the action. These two fighting it out. And they've already crossed the line. Let's see who else. Pizza Parker and JD coming across the line.
Coming in for 19. Disappointing 12th by Rogue. Not his race. He's going pretty slow. Taking in the scenery.
Yeah.
Bad DNFing. Rogue just cutting the whole track. He's just like, whatever.
It's over. But he knows P12 is his. And he'll be happy about that. Well, Terry wins another one, but our driver of the day, Mr. Hood. Ruda, I would also put in Ruda in the mix just because he gets a podium finally and putting up big points for the AlphaTauri team. But I'm definitely going with Mr. Hood this race. And we shall bring up our driver of the day. Hello, Mr. Hood. Check, check. Mr. Hood, are you there?
Hello, yes. How are you doing?
Hi there. Well, first off, you're our driver of the day. Congratulations.
Sweet, thanks.
You got P5, no penalties. How was the racing today?
Pretty dull. I pretty much was just in no man's land for most of my second stint, and the first stint was so long ago I don't really remember what happened. So,
Really, it was quite the rough start, I would say, of the race for both you and Chipsy. How'd you guys survive through the first few laps there with the soft tire?
yeah, I think definitely qualifying went poorly. I tried to do a lap on mediums to start on mediums, and then wasn't in the top 10. So I guess that was nice because I got to start on fresh tires, and I was gonna start on mediums, but then I forgot to set my strategy. So yeah, you're right about the start of my race being pretty terrible. And then once we started racing, yeah, there was a big incident at turn 1 or turn 2. So just kind of tried to dodge that. I think I was on the grass coming out like into the first corner, just kind of tried to stay out of people's way. So I was driving really defensively, and I remember ending up behind Chipsy and just kind of, ducking in behind him, and the two of us just kind of put our head down and just, a couple folks, and then yeah, he went to the pits and he was gonna go for the soft medium, I think, or soft medium soft, and I kind of was like, I'll just kind of try, and since I was able to kind of coast behind him for a little bit and preserve some tires, I went a little long on the softs and then threw the hards on and just eked them out until the end of the race.
Well, definitely a good drive tonight. And are you kind of sick and tired of the street circuits? Are you looking forward to getting back on an actual circuit here soon?
No, I actually love street circuits like Monaco, Baku, Singapore. I guess Canada. I like tracks with like walls. Like I think that like having walls directly next to the track like a fun obstacle to have, and it's high risk because if you oversteer a little bit or get a snap coming out of the corner, you'll veer into the wall. So it's higher risk. The races generally tend to be a little more tumultuous with people losing their wings and having to pit, which makes it more interesting. And I think that's kind of what we saw today. There was a lot of wing changes. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations. Good driving tonight, Mr. Hood, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you next week for France.
Yeah, thanks. See you then.
All right. Well, that was Mr. Hood Van, and what a race we had here tonight with Terry doing a good job keeping the lead, but Josh really ready to really compete there towards the end.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race next week for sure in France. I'm wondering how Josh can respond. Hopefully he can pick up the win. I mean, I can definitely see more wins coming his way. He had the pace this time. Just got a little bit unlucky. So yeah, hopefully his teammate Uwe will also be there.
Yeah, he was definitely somebody who was missed a really fun race tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow night for Tier 2. We're there at Canada. See if Van can continue his success streak here, or if somebody catches up this upcoming week at Canada. Then on next Saturday night we have ACC, I think, or are we on a break week with ACC? I can't remember. We are
a
break week. So tomorrow night is the last stream for the week. So tune in tomorrow night. Definitely going to be a fun night. So any final thoughts, Van?
Everyone download Assetto Corsa and come race with us in ACF1.
Yes, we're doing Portimao this week in the 2021 Formula Hybrid. So if you would like to join us, head over to apolloracing.club and register today. So Well, that's going to do it for us tonight, and I hope everybody has a great night. For everybody here at Apollo Racing Club, have a great night, and we hope to see you tomorrow for more F1 2020 action. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.